When you play the guitar, you can make something sound different ways by using different kinds of articulation. Articulation just means how you play a certain passage. And the thing we're going to talk about right now is the hammer-on. When you see a hammer-on written in sheet music, first of all, the notes will be connected by the little slur mark, which is the curved line over the notes that connects them. And then there will be an H on top of that slur mark, H of course for hammer. Let me just show you a couple of notes played the usual way. That is to say, I'm picking the first note and I'm picking the second note. And they sound just like this. So for each note you hear, I'm using my right hand to strike that note. Okay, now a hammer-on is something we're going to do differently with our left hand to play those same two notes but make them sound a little different. What's different about the right hand is that you're only going to strike the first one. The second note will be created just by the use of the left hand doing the hammer-on. Also, it's a different sound. This goes back to what we were saying about articulation. It's a smoother sound. Okay, now I'm going to show you some examples of different types of hammer-ons. And the first one is the open string hammer-on, going from G string open to G string fret 2. The next one is the fretted hammer-on, where both of the notes involved are fretted notes. None of the notes involved are open notes. So you would start this one with the second fret of your G string, and then the hammer-on is going to be on the fourth fret of the G string. And this one sounds like this. When you play a double hammer-on, there are 3 notes involved. And in your sheet music, it will show you the 3 notes. There will be a slur mark over all 3, and there will be 2 H's indicating that you're going to do that hammer-on technique twice. Going from G string open to G string fret 2 to G string fret 4. One thing you'll notice when you learn hammer-ons is once you get the technique to feel comfortable, you're going to tend to do it fast. You're going to tend to do it as fast as you can, but you have to remember to keep it musical by keeping the pace where it's supposed to be. Okay, here's another double hammer-on that starts with a fretted note. You did one that starts with an open note. This is the only difference. This one's going to start with a fretted note. And here are the 3 notes we'll use. G string fret 4, G string fret 5, G string fret 7. We strike the first one, and then we use hammer-ons for the next 2. The next one is the double stop hammer-on. And when I say double stop, I just mean double notes. Everything's going to be happening on 2 strings at the same time. So you start with 2 open notes. You're going to hammer on both strings to form your next notes. We're going from B string open and G string open to B string fret 2 and G string fret 2. Here it is using 1 finger. Here it is using 2 fingers. Now if you really want to get fancy, you try the double stop hammer-on. Sounds fancy just to say it. You start open, you hammer on to one place, you hammer on again to another place. The next one we're going to call the hammer-on from nowhere. Sounds like a science fiction movie. And the reason it's called that is there's no note that precedes it. In all the other hammer-ons, you started with something else, like a fretted note or an open note, and then the hammer-on came next. Here, the hammer-on can stand by itself. Just the act of hammering will make the sound. When you first start learning these hammer-ons, they might be tough, they might not sound as good as you want, they might not sound as strong as you want, but that all comes with practice, and once you learn them, it's just another thing you can use for your style.